Stitchy friends. Welcome to our channel, the Sun City Stitchers. I'm Carlene.
And I'm Marlene, and this is Flosstube number 106.
We want to say welcome to all of you. We hope you all have had a wonderful week and that you got lots of time to cross-stitch because cross-stitching is always good.
Yes.
We also want to welcome back returning viewers. We appreciate that you take a minute, stop by and catch up with us. We also appreciate that so many of you leave us comments. We love hearing from you. We love just finding out something you're stitching or something that's happening in weather at your house.
Yes.
And welcome back to our returning viewers. If you are a new subscriber or if you just stopped by for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you haven't become a subscriber, we hope you'll take a second and click on the subscribe button and leave us a like. We appreciate that very much. And anything else?
Thank you for those of you that stopped and watched our little tour of our craft. Craft spaces.
The video right
Yes.
before this, we both did little mini tours of our craft room. They're nothing special. There's nothing fancy about them. They're, file cabinets we've had when we were teachers and we just repurposed for cross stitching and, shelves and tubs and stuff that we've acquired. So it's nothing fancy, but we appreciate that you guys stopped by and watched that. And also, after our last video, the next day on Saturday, it was the Saturday before Easter, we did a little Hop to It event in our Facebook
group
page, in our Facebook group. And so we wanted to say thank you to all of you who participated in that and left us a comment and showed us something you were working on, because we really enjoyed that. It was really fun to see what you all were doing that day. So thanks for taking the time to do that and sharing with us. We just love connecting with you all. And on that note, last time we had asked about if people were interested in doing like a virtual kind of stitch along. And so we got some responses back. And Karen, the Stitching Owl, if you all are not watching her channel, you need to go tune into her because she has so many just really unique projects that she stitches. She's a very fast stitcher, so she always has a lot of progress to show or finishes. She fully finishes a lot of her projects. So you need to check her out if you are not watching her, Karen the Stitching Owl. She was kind enough to offer to get together with us virtually, because she does live in Canada, and share with us how she does her virtual stitch along. So she and I met on the Google Meetup space, whatever it's called. It escapes me right now. On Sunday afternoon, we had a nice little visit, and she shared kind of some tips and some things that she does to get her set up. So that's in the works. So be watching for that if you want to stitch with us.
We don't know when we'll do it.
We don't know exactly when. No. And Karen, thank you so much. I appreciate that you spent some of your Sunday afternoon sharing with me. So it was fun visiting with you. Such a sweet lady. So thanks so much, Karen. She also got to visit with Mickey.
Yes, you were telling me about that.
He's outside. I don't know how long that will last. He was outside. He'd just gone outside. And then I was like, oh, I just got the little invite from Karen. Let me log on. He came and pawed at the door. He marched right back to the craft room, and was there the whole time, bothering and saying hello, and had his face in the camera. And Karen, just so you know, the minute I signed off, he marched to the door and wanted to go back outside.
A little monster.
He is just crazy little cat. Anyway,
That's
what
hilarious.
else, Marlene?
We had a very nice Easter.
Oh, yeah, we did.
The Saturday before Easter was not nice. We still had a lot of wind. But Easter Sunday turned out to be a very pretty day.
Yes, it was.
And we had some friends come over for Easter dinner. So we had a really nice visit with them, catching up.
And they brought us, I'm not going to take it out of the packaging, but they brought each of us one of these cute little needle minders. It's actually from Cherry Hill Stitchery. But isn't that darling?
It's a big
with the little big.
She said as soon as she saw it, she thought of Sun City Stitchers, so she had to get us each one.
So we each got one of those little needle minders. So
Yes.
Laura, thank you very much.
I have mine sitting right on my little tool.
Mine is
box.
going to go get put on my
So.
my honeybee garden project.
So, okay, so then...
And I do want to just update you. Charlie did go last time when we had our video. Charlie was out of town. He'd gone to regionals. He didn't have any kids qualified to go on to state, which he wasn't expecting to. But they had a good trip, and the kids did really well. They performed really well. So he was happy. He was pleased. So that was good, and he made it back safely. So I was very happy about that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was kind of that Easter weekend.
Yeah, especially with that weekend because the weather was so nasty and windy.
Yes.
So, okay. And then we were going to do some Flosstube shout-outs.
Oh,
that
yes.
we've been
Okay.
That we've been watching.
One is somebody that you all are probably watching, Brenda, Handwork Maniac. She just posted a video. She actually posted two just in the last couple of days. One was her setup for how she does Mania.
Yeah.
And it's really unique and it's so interesting. So if you don't watch her or you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check that out. It's her Stitch Mania plans. And then she did a video right after that. That was just an update of her stitching progress. So she's really fun to watch. So
Yes, it was really fun.
check those two videos out. And then I ran across a new floss tuber. She's the Blue Wagon Stitcher. She's only made, I believe, 6 videos. Her last one just popped up and she was doing kind of a little recap because she'd attended her very first stitching retreat.
Fun.
Stitch West. She'd gone to Stitch West.
Oh, fun.
And so I haven't watched that one yet.
Okay.
But she is a relatively new to cross stitch. So it's fun because you get to experience all the newness.
Right.
And but she's being very brave. She just got a project at the attic. Jessie Challoner. And I think she got it on, I don't remember if it's 40 count or 46 count fabric. So she is really trying all the things. So if you haven't seen her, go check her out. She's a very sweet lady. She is a professor at one of the colleges in Idaho. I believe she's from like the Boise area. And she and her husband have bees, so they're beekeepers, and so she shares a little bit about that. So
I have to watch her.
Yes, she's
I
very,
know you
very
told me
sweet.
about her, but I remember her. But then when I get home, I can't remember the name.
Yes, so check out her. So that I would definitely say check her out.
Okay, and let's see. So we were just going to do
We
that.
did that.
Okay. Okay, then last time we had some giveaways. So
The first giveaway.
the first one is the little bee doodle. And the winner of that is Ina Pupo 3308.
And it's INAPUPO. So that's that one.
And then for the flag chart,
Stuck under the camera.
yes,
This
The
is
flag
the
chart.
Brenda Gervais.
yes,
Souvenirs of the Heart.
This goes to the Red Hat Stamper.
So
Red Hat
Ina
Stamper.
Pupo and Red Hat Stamper. If that is you, our email address is in the description box below, so you can just reach out to us, and you will need to be 18 so that you can provide us your physical mailing address, and we will get these popped into the mail to you right away this week. So congratulations,
Yes.
ladies. And thank you all for leaving us
Yes,
comments.
thank you for all the comments.
And we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this video. We have a
Yes.
couple of things that we're giving away, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, well, and we forgot to mention, this is kind of the time of the year that we started our Flosstube. So this is actually our Flossanniversary. Flossanniversary number 3?
Yeah, well, it's the 3rd year.
Yeah, 3rd
So,
year.
yeah, we've done, we started in 2022. Yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, so we're going to be giving a couple extra things for that. So, okay, next we're going to do what's on display.
Okay. What do you have, Mania?
Oh, I brought these 2 things. They go together.
Hold one.
This is from Lizzie Kate. It was called A Little Mystery, was what it was called, the name of the chart. And these all came together, and Carlene did the finishing for me. And I have them hanging up now, of course, since I'm doing what's on display.
The verse was very pretty.
Yes.
Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is mystery, today is a gift.
And then this one says, don't let yesterday take up too much of today.
So
I
these,
really like that one.
These were similar to the things unseen that came in 3 parts. This was the main sampler, and it came in 3 parts. And with each part, there was a bonus chart.
Yes.
So this was one of the bonus charts.
And then the other one was a little pin pillow. I couldn't find that. I think it maybe got put in my February
And there must have
tub.
been one other. Because each one came with a bonus. So I know this was one bonus, the pillow was one bonus, and there must have been one other
something
thing.
else. I don't remember what that
Marlene did all of them, and I
Yes.
fully finished all of them. So she has them. She's just not sure where they're carefully tucked away.
Yes.
So we got it kitted according to what the pattern, the chart called for.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
we
very
did it
pretty.
with all the called for things.
Very pretty. Very nice.
Yes.
I brought Brenda Gervais that I did. I did do some color changes because I didn't have all the colors it called for. So this was Sweet Violet. And I finished her as a little fat box. She was very fun to stitch.
That's very cute.
I loved it. I love her.
She's very cute.
So there was that one. What else did you have?
And then I brought this big one.
Turn it that way. There we go.
Does it show, or do I need
Yes.
to stand up? Okay. So this is one of the stitch-alongs from Fox and Rabbit. It was from 2019, and so I picked my own colors, and so I used some over-dyed floss, and I used some beads on the peacock.
And what was it called?
It was called Peacock's Garden, wasn't it?
I think so.
Peacock's Garden. So anyway, it was very fun. It was really fun.
We
I
did
really loved
really
it.
good. Marlene did really, really well keeping up with it that year.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that,
I don't know.
but anyway,
It's beautiful though.
mm-hmm.
Do you remember the fabric we stitched on?
Mm-hmm.
I don't either.
It looks like the same that we're using for
It's
our.
a 32 count.
Was it the same that we used for Nativity?
Maybe light sand.
Light sand.
Mm-hmm.
We used that one a lot.
It's beautiful, Marlene.
Thank
Very
you.
pretty.
It's very big.
And then another one that I have on display right now is a My Big Toe design, Be Still. And I finished it on a Chantel 141 bender board. And I just stained it.
I really like those.
Yes, I do too. I just stained it, and then I think it's put on with magnets, so I could change this on and off, but I haven't changed it. I know this is on with the magnet. So
Yeah.
that's another one that's out.
Mhm.
So that's what we have on display right now.
Okay. So
And then we're going to pause for just a minute. Yes. Okay. So now, what are we on to next?
So that was our what's on display, and now we're going to do fully finishing.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, This I had finished last time, but I needed to add the little twisted cord. So I did get the twisted cord made and I got it tacked on. So this one's finished. Just gonna be a little pin cushion.
And this one was finished also, but she needed to add the rickrack. So she got the rickrack added to
And
that
that's
one.
the Lady Dot Creates rickrack in the color Vintage.
Okay. And this was the Mistletoe Kisses design from Erica Michaels.
Erica Michaels. And you know what I didn't say? This was Erica Michaels also. It was the ABC quilts, and that's Mickey. Mickey is wanting to come in.
Do you want to pause, or you want me to just
Yes,
go let him in?
let me pause.
Okay.
Well, he's inside, so be ready. So I didn't say, but this was an Erica Michaels, the ABC quilts. Marlene and I were both stitching it. We weren't having fun stitching it, and so we discontinued. And this was a portion of what I'd stitched, so I just cut it and then finished it. I'm gonna just use it as a little pin pillow.
That's cute.
Yes, probably
Did you
in
have it
my
upside down?
quilting. No, I don't. Oh, yes, I did have it upside down. So it says, be amazed and be brave. So there's that. And then I finished the very first block of the month, which is a FaithWorks design series.
That turned out really
And this is the April block of the month. So I got that fully finished.
That's really cute.
We stitched it on a 28 count linen peaceful purple. I did change a couple of things on the chart. I changed the alphabet letters to a darker pink champagne classic colors. And then originally it was charted to have a dark pink used for the word April, but since I used dark pink here, I changed this to a purple, and it's just an anchor color. And then I did change my bunny to classic colors Thundercloud because I wanted a gray bunny. And it's finished on a display board from Paisley's and Polka Dots that I finished using the directions she gives for how to make it crackle.
That was
So
really pretty.
It turned out very nice.
Very cute.
And her May is done. She
Oh.
sent me a little sneak peek of it.
Uh-huh.
Really cute. Really cute.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So that was the only fully finishing I did. I didn't
Okay.
get that much done this time.
Okay. Then we had some finishes.
I finished my little egg hunt. This was from the, this was something I was trying and then decided not to. This was from the Nashville Needlework Market cookbook from this year, and it was a shepherd's bush design. So I think I'm gonna finish it and do the stitched piece and then a little fabric piece here. And then maybe a piece underneath with like some little rickrack or something. I haven't really decided.
And are you gonna do a little pillow?
A little pillow. I think I'm gonna do a little pillow.
That would be cute.
Yeah. It'd be cute as a trifold too, though.
Yeah, that would be cute too.
Just depends on where I might want to put it. So there's that one.
Okay, I finished Little Lily.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yes, so she is done. She was really fun. This is Stacy Nash, one of her Animal Cracker series, and I stitched it on, what was the fabric?
A limited edition, 36 count Atomic Ranch, a limited edition, so it didn't have a color.
And
name.
with the called for Weeks Dye Works colors.
And she's not going to do the little sampler spool.
No.
She is going to, okay, Mickey is coming to say hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little sprig of flowers. She's gonna hold a little thing of flowers.
Yes, and she should be bringing flowers
Yes.
to apologize for coming to visit.
Yes.
She
And
should
messing
bring
up your stitching.
She should bring flowers.
So anyway,
Mickey, do you want to sit on my lap for hi? Can you say hi to everybody in the camera? You've been outside for a long time. I thought for sure you'd stay a little bit longer.
now he's saying hi.
Okay. All right. Keep going. Go over to that side of the table. Then I finished tulips, which was a Stitching with the Housewives word swap for March. So tulips is done. I'll show you rabbits a little bit later. I have a nice start on that.
Onto you.
Oh, okay. And then I also finished the Brenda Gervais, The Robins Are Here.
That one's so
I
cute.
just loved it. It is so cute. I stitched this on 40 count vintage country mocha using the called for colors.
That's really cute. I
So
have
it's
that
gonna
chart
be-
in my stash. I
It's-
need to stitch that one.
It's
sometime.
going to be finished with some fabric and trims from Lady Dot Creates that I have in stash. So it turned out really cute. That was very fun to stitch.
That's really cute.
Mickey, can you come sit on my lap? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can give him a few crunchies.
Okay.
Yes, I know you're very sweet. Then we had some new starts.
Yes.
So Marlene.
Okay, so the first one that we started this one on the 22nd for our mom's birthday. This is Dogwood House. She always loved the dogwood trees. She has a lot. She has a lot around by the lake house. So she loved seeing them blooming. So this is my progress on that one. And this was again a pattern from the 2025 Nashville Cookbook.
You
Do
have
you
a
remember-
lot done.
Yeah, I want to keep working on this one and try to get this one finished.
It was
Who is this one
It
by?
was a designer that was new to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It was
who
called something like Cherry Guidry, and it was Cherry Blossoms. This was my start. I don't have as much done as what Marlene did. I got the
fun.
roof outline, started outlining the house. Very fun. We're stitching this on 32 count
Yes.
Icelandic blue.
With
The
called for weeks Dyworks.
we made
Oh,
a few color
yeah.
changes.
Yeah,
Didn't
a
we? We
few.
made a few color
Yeah,
changes.
there were a few that we didn't have. If we didn't have something
We
in called
chose
for, we
something
chose something
similar.
else. Right. So okay, then do you want to do one of yours?
And then I had the blue flower pigeon and puddle. I started that one on the 30th. I got a little start.
so cute.
He's headless right now.
No.
I used a 40 count vintage country mocha. And I used the color conversion that Stephanie from Lindy Stitches. She had already stitched this, and she shared her color conversions because it called for cottage garden threads. And so I don't have any of those in my stash. And she shared her color conversion, which was very generous of her. And she put it on her blog. So if you need the color conversion, if you go to her website and just put in the search bar pigeon and puddle, it comes up. The conversion option comes up so that you can find it. So that's
good.
what I did. And I used those colors for the most part, but I still had to substitute a couple of things.
Okay, then another one I started. This was my Easter start. This is Egg Hunt by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And I did not use the called for classic colors or the gentle arts. I didn't have a lot of them, so I did the DMC conversion, but I am not happy with the colors. So let me just show you. Okay, this is what I have done.
I'll hold this and then you can show and talk about the colors.
So when
and she already pulled out the grout line in the
Yes.
house,
let me show you the two colors that it.
and she replaced it with the light pink.
Yes. So these were the two colors for the house and the grout line.
So this was the brick on the house,
The
and this
brighter
was the grout line.
Yeah, the brighter
But-
red was the brick, and the grout line was more of a rust
But
color.
you can see on the
chart that
chart,
it's a lighter
it looks
pink.
like light pink.
So I pulled that rusty red color out
and put in the light pink, and I
put
really
in-
like that.
Yes, and I put in this rosy glow.
Yeah.
So I really like the way the house is coming out
Yes.
now. I think that looks really good.
She's stitching this on
40 count Ocean Waves by Atomic Ranch.
Ocean Waves,
Ocean Sand.
Ocean Sand.
Ocean Sand. Then the little egg on top of the chick
little chick.
up here is
See how,
these
that doesn't
two
look
colors.
like Easter
No.
spring Easter egg.
It is these two colors. They're just too dark. So when you get them together,
You want them
can hardly-
bright, but not dark.
No, you can hardly tell the difference.
Right.
And then I'm supposed to use this purple color farther down here because there's a tree here and there are some eggs hanging on the tree. So they're going to be on the house too. And then that's supposed to be in this color and that's not even going to show up.
Mm-mm.
And then what do you think about my leaves? The leaves that I've put in so far. Do you think that is an okay?
Oh, I like that color.
green? Okay.
Yeah, I like that color
That's
of green.
3052. So
Yeah, I
that
like
one's
that.
okay.
I like
So
that color.
anyway, so I'm going to put this one away for now.
It's gonna
And
go
then-
to timeout
Yes,
for a little
and then
while.
I'm going to go ahead and when I take it back out, I'm going to go ahead and redo some of the colors so that I'm happier with how it's turning out.
Yeah, I think that'd
So,
be good. And you're looking
yeah.
for, you want bold colors,
Right.
but bright, happy
Right.
spring,
Right.
not
Not dark.
bold, dark colors.
Right.
Okay, now Mickey wants to go outside, so one moment, please. Mickey had to get back out to his bird watching post in the
Yes,
backyard
yes,
because the
'cause-
birds are running over the yard now.
Yes,
They're taking
yes,
over.
They take over the yard.
Yes. Then
If he's
did
not
you
out
have,
there on duty.
I had one other new
Yeah,
start.
I have a new start. What?
I had Coco's Garden by Teresa Kogut. This was a market release. And I would be a little bit further along, except that I made a mistake.
That's cute.
And so this is the start that I had. I'm stitching this on a 40 count, the one that we're using for Beatty's Garden. Suede
Yes, Suede by Needle Bling.
by Needle Bling. So I have a nice start, and like I said, I was hoping to get a little more done, but I made a mistake, and I had to frog.
Oh, yeah.
So this one is going to get put away for now, but it's really fun. I love the pattern, and I love the finish.
Yeah, that's really cute.
It's very cute. So I'm excited to get back to that at some point. Okay, now what?
I'm sleepy. Now we're still doing.
Oh, and one more new start?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
we have a couple
Yeah,
more
we have
new
a couple
starts.
new start. Couple
Okay,
more.
then our focus project for May.
Yes, which mine is a small one. So I'm going to get it done fast.
Okay,
Mine
go
is one
ahead.
of the little monthly mini pillows from Primrose Cottage. This was a new market release from last year. And I'm actually stitching on the May pillow. That's this one right here.
So pretty.
And this was a new start for New Year's Eve. So this is what I have done. Sorry, I have a dangling thread.
Our 12 by 12.
Yes, for our 12 by 12. So that's what I have done. I think that's going the right way. So anyway, this one will get done fast.
My New Year's Eve new start, and that I'm going to focus on in May, is this one, Morning Glory Manor by Shannon Christine. I'm stitching it on 32 count raw. And that's what I got done on New Year's Eve.
Oh,
So now I'm going to continue. Well, it was a checkerboard roof.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know,
goes
that
fast.
goes fast. So I'm really excited to get
Yeah,
back
that's
to this
really
and
pretty.
work on this. I'm
And who
going
was that by Shannon
to
Christine?
Shannon Christine.
That's really pretty.
She has a few of these that are like flower sounding
Oh,
manners.
Oh, I'll have to look.
Yeah, it's really, this one was all blues.
You know, and that's why it caught
Yeah,
my
that's
attention,
what
'cause,
you
know,
like.
I love blues. Okay, then yesterday we had our new start for a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger.
So
So
excited.
this is our new start. And so,
We got together yesterday
Yes.
afternoon and we stitched together.
yes. So,
And I am stitching mine on the 40 count Pub Crawl by Roxy Floss. And I'm using the called for DMC colors. So I started with the outer border, and then I put a little bit of this gold in, and then I did this blue line. So this is all the way across the first page. So it's very fun. It's very beautiful.
and I tried it on the Pub Crawl, but I was just having a really hard time seeing. And so I was not enjoying it, and it was going super, super slow for me. So I decided to change my fabric. So we came back up here to Carlene's house, and I picked out a new fabric. This is antique white, 36 count antique white by Fabric Flair. And so I'm going to be doing the full coverage. So I'll be stitching in the background.
And you know, this is an even weave, which I think is going to be really good.
It went really, really well.
And especially when you're going to be doing full coverage, it's going to be nice that all your X's are even.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, so this is what I got done.
You got a lot done considering you wasted your whole afternoon.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was happy because it
almost
went
as much done as me, except you have to do the
border. Yeah, and I still have 2 more circles to do.
Oh,
here.
you do? Okay.
I only have 4.
So you can see there's a little difference in size because mine is 40 count.
Mine is 36.
Marlene is 36, but not really that much.
No, it'll be fine.
Yes, it will be.
And it's I had so much more fun stitching on it.
That's just it. It's a big
Last one.
project, and you want it to be enjoyable.
That's what I thought. So, and I really like this color of fabric.
Yes, that was
So
something that I just picked up one time when Fat Quarter Shop had a sale, and I just went through, and if they had something that was in the higher count, the 36 or 40 count, I bought it because I thought we'll just put it in our stash.
Yeah.
So it came in really handy yesterday.
I like it, and I think it's going to be really. I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to it and do more.
Yes. So yay.
Anyway, okay. So that is all of our new starts. We had a few.
Yes, we did.
So, okay, then we're going to move on to stitching progress. The first thing we're going to do during stitching progress is show our stitch to finish wheels that we're doing.
We're not going to show the
We're not going to show the wheel, but they're projects that we've chosen from our
the wheel.
They've gotten chosen.
So the last time that we did a video, I was working on a new start stitch to finish, which was this little rose teacup pin cushion. So this was a Faithworks design. We got the little china teacup, and then of course it came kitted, so we got the fabric and the floss to do the stitch design. So I got that one finished. It's ready to be fully finished into the little teacup pin cushion.
That's really cute.
I have that one
it's
on my beautiful.
Too.
So that one was a finish. So then I went back to the whip wheel stitch to finish, and the one that came up was my Prairie Schooler Santa 2023. I had him started. He's been started for a while. I was not making any progress on him, and now look.
Oh, wow.
He is almost done. I have just a little bit of white to put on the lantern and a little more back stitching on that, and then fill in the snowflakes that go around him here. And it'll be done.
Oh,
so
wow,
it will be
that's
finished
good.
this weekend.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Okay, so when I spun the wheel for the first time, I spun for a whip. So the whip that came up was Blooming Tiny Town, so I finished that one.
She's stitching on
32 count a vintage country mocha, and I used 1 strand of floss over 2 fabric threads, and I used all the called for floss. That's in colors, I believe.
I didn't say, but my Santa is on 40 count vintage country mocha using the called for DMC colors. I'll take that
so
one.
This is yours. Okay, and so then I got
This is on the
spin
top
again.
of the finished pile so that you can get it displayed.
Okay, good. Then I got to spin again, so I spun for a new start this time. So the new start that came up was the St. Patrick's Day Quaker from Primrose Cottage.
So cute.
So this is what I have done on that one.
Oh, you've got a good start on that
Yes.
too.
So
And you're stitching on?
I'm stitching on.
Oh, it's 32 count
count.
light taupe.
No, I think it's, or is it that limited edition from Atomic Ranch?
No. It wasn't a limit. Was it a limited edition? It was
Isn't
one that we got. Wasn't
isn't
it a new one that we got?
It's the same one that we got.
Yes, it was a 32
Yeah,
count that I
32
just
count.
got.
32 count.
I can't remember what it was called.
I can't remember
It had
either.
a name.
So anyway, but it's going really well. And
It's
it's very
pretty.
fun.
Beautiful, beautiful,
anyway.
beautiful.
Okay, so that's our stitch to finish category. Now we're going to move on to our regular stitching progress. So we're going to start with our one thread a day.
Okay, so my one thread a day is nativity. I'm working only on right now, I'm working just on the streamers and the star, the big Bethlehem star. Once I get all that done, I am going to go over and start working on the angels as a one thread a day because there's such big areas of color that I think it will be easy to continue as a one thread a day.
Probably.
So this is my progress. So I got all of the center streamers.
Wow, look at how much you've gotten done on the
I've got all of the center streamers done. I think I have a couple more to bring up that run up the side. But right now I'm working on that star at the top.
And that one the chronic braid that we have to share, are you doing okay? Will there be enough for me?
Which one is that? 025?
Yeah, it's the 025.
Yes, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure because I think I'm almost done with it. I'm working with that color right now.
Right here.
It's
this
right
part.
here, this, and I just have this little quarter part of the star left, and I don't think it's anywhere else.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I
thought
think
it was
you'll
only
have
right there.
plenty of space. Although I do think I haven't actually checked, but in the last Just Cross Stitch magazine, they had a whole article about chronic braid, and it sounded like they were getting their supplies replenished and getting ready to get back up and going.
That's good.
Better. So hopefully that'll be good.
Does it come from China?
I hope not.
Me too. Okay. My one thread a day, of course, is my Quaker Rocky Road.
Oh, you're coming so good.
Yes,
I saw
am.
it when I pressed it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is.
I'm
You are
coming
just
really good.
coming along
Yes.
so good.
So that's what I have done. So I just have that one. Can you hold it?
Yes.
I just have this little section left to finish on this part of the bowl, and then I'm going to go over and section off another part and do that part of the bowl. And so I can get the bowl, and by the time I get done with this page, I'll have the bowl all filled in. So I'm looking forward to having that bowl done. But it's really fun. I'm stitching it on 25 count mushroom Lugana using one strand of Dinky Dye floss, 1/1. So
It's so
I
beautiful,
know.
Marlene.
it's been really fun.
So pretty. And then this is not a one thread a day, but I stitch on it for 30 minutes every time that the cardinals play. So this is When Cardinals Appear by JBW Designs.
You're coming really good with this one too.
It's coming along very nicely. And this is my progress.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't it gorgeous?
And now do these two match?
No.
Oh, they
They're
don't?
different.
Oh, okay.
They're different. This one doesn't come down
Oh,
any
yeah.
further.
Oh,
now
okay.
there's going to be a little, if you want to hold
Yes.
it, there's a little, like a basket with some flowers.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm ready now because right under this bird, the last line of the verse comes right in here. So I'm ready to do words. And then there's a basket another little floral motif. See, there's the basket here, a little floral motif and a bird. And then a vine runs under here, but this side is done all the way to the bottom.
Pretty. Oh, it makes me want to get mine up.
So I'm stitching this on 40 count weathered stone by Atomic Ranch, and I'm using all the called for colors.
Oh,
and it's kind of a variety. Weeks Dye Works, and there's a classic color. Yes, Weeks Dye Works, classic colors, and then it called for a couple of DMC, which I converted to Anchor. So yes,
pretty.
it's really pretty. So this one's coming along. I
you
had
have
one
a
day.
dangling thread.
I had one day. Yes, I have a daily. I usually do that because when the timer goes off, I set my timer for 30 minutes, and when it goes off, wherever I am, I stop and I go on to my other stitching for the day. One day this week, they had a game and it was postponed due to weather, so then I don't stitch.
Right.
I wait until they play the next day, and so
Right.
then they had a double header, so then I had to stitch on it for 2 30-minute sessions. So, but it's fun
That's
because
good.
I really can see the progress.
Yes,
So,
yes, you can.
It's gonna be done before the end of the season. So I have another one lined up, ready to go. So
That's good.
I know,
I
very
should
fun.
maybe do that and just get out my baseball one and do like what you're doing. I don't
It's
know, I'll
really
have to see.
fun. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
So we're going to keep going with our stitching progress. So the next one, now we're going to go into more of our weekly things that we have. So we're going to start with Mirror Monday. So for April, I was working on Gigi. This is a Nora Corbett design. This was one of her Bewitching Pixies. And this is my progress on that one.
Oh, she's so pretty.
And I'm stitching her on 32
Vapors.
count Vapors from Atomic Ranch. And I'm using the called for DMC colors. And I don't think there's any chronic braid on her. There will be some beads here. This is the handle of her broom. And there's a whole bunch of beads that go here before you get to the top of the broom. So there's a whole bunch of beads in here. So, but I'll be putting in the broom. So.
Okay, my Mirror
very
Monday
fun.
is a Nora Corbett also, but it's a Bewitching, a Pixie Blossom,
Yes.
the Wisteria. And
She's so pretty.
I am going to continue to work on her the month of May. So here's my progress for April.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm working on her wings,
Oh,
her
here.
little fairy wings, yes.
Do you have does it call for chronic braid?
Chronic braid, and I have it, and
Oh, that's
also beads.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of beads. I'm stitching her on 32 count petal
Oh, yeah.
by Picture This Plus, and
Oh, yeah,
using
that's-
all the called for colors. They're DMC colors. So she's so fun. So I will be working
are
on
really
her
fun.
for May.
Okay, then Tuesday we're doing our leaf year start. So I'm working on Houses of Hawkwind Hollow. I'm working on the 4th block right here. So this is what I have done. That's what I have done on that one. So move it over here a little bit. So I've done I have the first half of this block done. So in May, I'm going to be working over here on this section, on this quarter.
So the bottom
The
quarter.
bottom part, the bottom right, left. Bottom right.
Bottom right.
The bottom right, and then I'll go up here and do the top right in June. So, and then I still have to finish filling in block 3, but this is my plan for when we're traveling. I'm going to be working on that in the car.
Yes, we're going, Marlene and I, a week from today, we're going to be traveling to Missouri We're going to be going, just staying with our sister for a little while. She has a medical procedure coming up. And so we're going to just go be moral support for her.
Yes.
We won't be gone long. We're kind of planning to go back in the summer and stay longer and be at the lake house. And we will be at our mom's, what used to be our mom's house. We will be there for a little while, but only once our sister is cleared to travel. So, so we have that coming up.
Yes.
So the next time we do a floss tube, we'll be coming to you from Missouri.
Yes.
My leap year project is Jenny Bean for the Parlor by Shakespeare's Peddler. I'm working on the 3rd part of 8. And I have my first quarter done.
I can hardly. Oh, wow.
So that is
that
the
looks
Noah's
good.
Ark block. So I shouldn't say it's done. It's not quite done. I need to finish filling in this cloud right here. This is a cloud. And then there's rain coming down. And so it will continue because the cloud comes into the next section also. And then this is the roof of the ark. And I just noticed that this checkerboard has a second color. I thought it was blank. I thought it was just the black. But there is another color in there, so I have to fill that in with the second color. So now when I work on it in May, I'm going to go down here and work on this quarter of the chart, which will be the bottom part of the ark, and then a water line and some little buildings that are like underwater. So that's mine. So
that looks
here's
pretty.
the top.
That's really
so this
pretty.
is what it looks like so far. I'm stitching this on 40 count Wren by Picture This Plus, and I'm using the called for Gentle Art sampler threads. And it's very fun and very pretty. I had a little mistake, but I decided I could live with it. Somehow, I guess I just arbitrarily picked a spot and put the dove in the sky up there because it was wrong. And when I came, I'd already outlined the cloud. And when I came to put the moon in, it didn't fit. So the clouds were up too high because this bird is up too high and it's actually a little too close to the cloud. But it's like, well, it's fine. Nothing is touching. So I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm fine with it.
So, and then did you have...
And then I did work on my Jane Austen Sal a little bit, just 1 minute. I have to pull it up. Which is always... So that's this one. This is a chart that I found on Etsy, and I downloaded it as a PDF. And this is my progress. I'm stitching it on 40 count Tumbleweed by Forbidden Fiber.
Oh, you've gotten a lot done. Oh, those flowers are very pretty in the border.
Yes, so I started putting the flowers in. I'm working on the works of Jane Austen, the words. This is the halfway point. Actually, it's a little bit more than the halfway point. So it'll go across here to finish.
And then does the first one
goes right underneath
right under there?
So this will be Sense and Sensibility, which I just finished reading it. I'm ready to start now. In May, I'm going to be reading Mansfield Park. So it's very pretty. Cool. This is, like I said, I'm stitching it on 40 count Tumbleweed by Forbidden Fiber Company or Forbidden Fiber Co. And I'm using the called for, well, it was charted for DMC colors. So I'm using the DMC colors.
It's very pretty.
It's very fun. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm going to work on that one today.
And then you didn't get to your hometown.
I did not work on hometown. What I want to do is get caught up on the Jane Austen. And then, because then I can stay caught up with that one. And then the Jenny Bean for the Parlor, it's a lot of stitching, but I only need to get 2 parts done. So then I can concentrate on Hometown and Jenny Bean for the Parlor.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Okay, so then on Wednesday, we do ladies' night out. So we both worked on Bellaroma.
Yes, I didn't. Did I pull my chart out?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh, no, it's here in what's coming up.
Yeah,
I worked
what's
on
coming
her also.
Yes. And so this is that one. This is from
Joan Elliott.
Joan Elliott, right.
A Joan Elliott design.
And this is
I
what
didn't
have
pull
done.
mine out because I didn't get to work on her at all the last
Couple of
2 weeks.
So this is what I have done.
We're both stitching her on 32 count summer sky using the called for colors, but we converted the
Them to
DMC to anchor.
Right. So this is what I have done.
And you know, in
It's
saying
really
that,
pretty.
we've had some people ask about DMC
Oh, yes.
versus anchor, and Marlene and I we like both of them. We have a full set of anchor because when Nancy Waller of FaithWorks, when she had her brick and mortar shop, Counted Thread, that was the floss she carried.
Yes.
And over the years, Marlene and I both won a door prize, and we got the entire set. We won the entire set of the anchor floss, and so we and in our tours, craft room tours, you saw that we have the cabinets and everything. So now I know that DMC has bought out anchor. We don't really know what's going to happen. Some of the colors have been discontinued.
Yeah.
So we have gradually kind of started going more towards DMC because we don't want to be in the middle of a large project and then not be able to get the anchor color.
Right.
So we don't really have a preference one way or the other. We just had the complete set of anchors, so that was the one that we would always pull.
And now with now that we're going to more samplers and things too, I think the DMC colors are a little better match for the samplers
For the
than
samplers.
anchor.
Yeah.
So that's
If you
another
want to
reason
keep
why.
to that original look.
Yeah. So that's another reason why we're kind of going back more towards the DMC.
The DMC.
So, okay.
All right, then on Thursdays we work on chatelaines.
Yes.
And so I am working on Hawaii Garden. This is going to continue to be my chatelaine Thursday project in May as well.
Yes, I'm going to continue to work on mine
So this
in May also.
This is my progress.
No.
I did get the border done, the black border done all the way
Oh, wow.
around. So I'm stitching this on 30 count pecan shortbread. I'm using a variety of flosses. I'm using anchor, the called for petite treasure braids, and then a bunch of overdyed colors. The next time I work on it, I'm going to be putting in these lines on these two sides that it's in the Krynic braid, and then these they are filled in with a design, and there's also a design up here. I'll do that on those three sides, and then I want to start filling in this little scene. This little scene is the same on all four sides. So I want to start working on that, and I'll do one scene at a time. I'm not going to do like the color here and then over here. I'm going to do one complete scene and then move on to the next side.
And was this one okay? Were you okay with all the colors up here? Or are you going to change
I'm changing some of those
so
colors.
then that will be good because you'll know exactly how to come up, what to rip out and everything once you do that. So yeah, that'll be good.
That's what I thought, because then I'll make sure that I like the new colors that I selected. So that is my Hawaii garden.
Very pretty. Okay, I'm working on Poison Garden, and I'm very happy with my progress. This is what I have done. So I'm almost done with, I'm halfway done, almost halfway done here. I have 2 more flowers to put in with the cognac color, and then some gold goes on top of that. And then I have back stitching, and then I'm going to move up here and finish the second half, and this border will be completely done. So I'm very excited to get that done. I'm stitching this on 32 count graceful gray, using a variety of flosses. Called for petite treasure braid, and then I'm using anchor.
And overdyes.
And overdyes, yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes, I'm very excited.
I love that design.
I'm very excited to get that Bella Atropa border done.
Then in April, we worked on Magical. This was our focus project for the month. Well, and it was our garden.
Yes.
But I didn't get as much done as I thought.
I did not get very much done at all.
This was a Just Nan design that was a limited edition, and she came out with it last summer. She just came out with my ice maker.
Oh, your ice maker. Okay.
She just came out with a new design.
Oh yeah, I saw that on
It's
Nancy's
a little hedgehog and a
message.
biscornu. I don't want that. I don't want to do that fussy finishing.
Oh yeah.
But remind me to tell you something. This is my progress. So I got the first half done. I am going to put it away for now. And then I'm going to get it out later in the summer, maybe in June, and finish the second half. So this is stitched on 32 count.
Antique white?
Yes, antique white Belfast linen.
And it's using
DMC colors.
This is what I have done. I just have the first 2 rows done. Well, and I'm not even done. I have to do something else up here. But I have the flowers done on the first 2 rows.
Oh, yeah, it's just a little white flower and then back stitched.
So it's very fun, and I love the colors.
It's beautiful. The colors are just gorgeous.
They're really pretty.
So pretty.
Really, really pretty.
Okay, now I did see that there is a new Rosewood Manor coming out, and it's going to be for the celebration, the 250th birthday celebration
For the United States.
And there it is. I don't remember what it's called. If you want to, what's next? I'll pull it. I'm going to pull it up so if you all haven't seen it, you can see it.
Okay. I'll keep going with mine.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I have one more. Okay. You didn't do your Sunday sampler.
I didn't have Sunday sampler. I didn't work on it.
Okay. So I did. So my Sunday sampler was Louisa Coolymore. This is a Hands Across the Sea sampler. It's a Bristol, one of their Bristol samplers.
It's so pretty.
And I'm stitching it on 40 count cream and sugar.
Yes.
40 count cream and sugar, and I'm using the Tweenway silk, the Harmony collection number 42. So I almost have a page finish. I just have to finish the Roman numerals in this row, and then these fancier letters right here, and I'll be completely all the way across. So I'll be ready to go down here and start on some of those motifs the next time I pull it out to work on it.
Oh, that's so pretty, Marlene.
So yeah, it's coming along really well.
I love Bristol samplers, but
really,
I like doing alphabets.
Yeah, I really like doing the one color because it's so relaxing.
Do you want me to save and show this later? Yes, we can.
Yeah, let's do that later.
Okay, so we'll come back to that.
Yes. Okay. Then next we're going to do. Oh, we're going to talk about some stitching gadgets.
Wait, no. I have a couple more that I stitched that I haven't.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then
okay.
I had a couple more stitching things. I've been working on my little Lily. She will be done this weekend. And I did decide that I was going to do the spool. Marlene's going to have her hold flowers, and I'm going to do the spool. So I've been working on that little alphabet over one. And I have just a little bit more to fill in on her throat right here. And then as you can see, her arm, her legs, and a little bit more on her dress. So she's very close. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I'm also stitching her on the limited edition 36 count Atomic Ranch fabric. Very fun. Stacy Nash Animal Cracker Lily.
Yes.
And I already know there's going to be more animal crackers
I
in
want
my
to do
future.
that cute little fox.
I want to do the fox. I want to do the squirrel. I want to do Maggie May.
The little badger is really cute.
The badger. I love the badger.
Yes.
Little Bobbin, the
Yes.
mouse. I think she's
Yes.
adorable. Okay.
There's lots.
Then I have worked on rabbits, but not as consistently as I need to. So here's my progress on rabbits.
Oh, the tulips one is so pretty.
I'm stitching this on 32 count Icelandic blue using the called for classic colors, not 32 count. Yes, 32 count, because the chart called for 28 count, but I'm doing 32 count. So that's my progress. Hopefully that will be finished soon.
Yes.
And then I also had another news. Oh no, I had started this last time. So I am working on the Primrose Cottage Spring Quaker. And that's my progress on that.
Ooh,
so
that's
this
really
one
pretty.
is
I like the
also
colors.
going to be a finish very soon. It called for
purple.
They
Blooming
charted it
crocus.
for blooming crocus, and I changed it, and I'm doing the 3 new colors from Classic Colorworks that came out at market. So sparkling rosé is the pink, green tea is the green, and the gold kind of yellow is apple cider. And I'm using Sherry Colorado cross stitch. I'm using her example to help me with color placement so that I know where to put my color placement. So there's that
That's
one.
really pretty.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's
very
very pretty.
springy.
Yes. And then the finishing fabric and the trim that came in the kit from Primrose Cottage still will look really pretty
good.
with this. So I'll use that same
That's
stuff.
good.
Okay. And this is my Stitch Mania project for today.
Oh,
because
okay.
For March Madness, this was one of my new starts that I was going to get, but I started it in April. So now today it was just to add 100 stitches.
Oh, that's good.
And I'll probably add more than 100 stitches.
That's so pretty.
Yes. So now what are we doing?
Now we're going to talk about stitching gadgets that we have in our stitching
gadgets
boxes.
that's in our stitching boxes.
Yes.
So
So-
I use, when I'm stitching at home in my stitchy spot, I have a little vintage like jewelry box. It belonged to my mother. And somehow I ended up with it, and I just converted it to my little stitchy box. So I have all my little gadgets and tools. So Marlene and I thought it would be kind of fun just to share with you all what we keep in our stitchy boxes, in our little
Yes.
stitchy space.
Okay, well, first,
So-
this is something I don't keep it in my box because I use my little travel box.
This was from one of our viewers.
From one of our viewers.
She made it for us
Yes.
before we went on our trip to Alaska.
So
And
I
we
use this
love
one.
them.
Yes,
I
so
use mine for
I
traveling
use this
all
one.
the time.
Yes, and I use this one a lot. And I guess because I come up to Carlene so often, I just find that I use this one more than I use my little vintage jewelry box. So I'm just gonna show you what I have in this one. But the first thing, this doesn't, like I said, this one doesn't fit in my box, but one of my items that I have to have when I'm stitching is my magnifier. So this is a little clamp-on magnifier. It's from Mighty Bright. It does have a little light, which I do not use because it just seems to cast more of a shadow. It just doesn't work for me. But there's 2 settings, so there can be this on this one, or it can be a little dimmer, or just off. So I stitch with it off. And then I have the magnifier that I use. This works for everything. I can use it for my 40 count. I can use it on, any count. So it works very, very well. The only time I can't use it is when I'm stitching with my smaller hoop, because it tends to get in the way of my stitching. So then I have to use my magnifier on my lamp, on my big floor lamp. But anyway, so this is my magnifier that I use. I absolutely love it. I use it all of the time.
Yes, she does.
And that's why I was very sad that I could not see on that 40 count pub crawl yesterday. Because I thought for sure I would be able to. But,
With
oh,
that
well.
magnifier.
Yes.
Probably if you would have had a higher magnification,
Yeah, maybe.
you might have had to use something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, it just
Yeah.
becomes more of a struggle, and then it's not enjoyable.
Right.
I'm just glad you switched,
Yes.
and you're happy with
Yes,
switching,
yes, I'm
so
very
that's
happy.
good.
I'm excited to put some more colors.
Okay, well, in mine, first of all, of course, I have my scissors.
Yes, I do too.
And I have my little scissor fob that I made. This was one of the little scissors. We got this
Yes.
from a viewer also.
Yes.
She made the little scissor case, and then she sent the scissors.
I have mine, but mine isn't in my
And then
box. I have another pair
That's my,
here that I use.
well, yes, because our viewer that made
Yes.
these nice little boxes sent the nice scissors as well.
Yes.
So I
got
have
the
my scissors. I have a needle book. I
Yes,
actually
I do
have a
too.
couple of needle books. These we made at camp
I have.
in 2022. And then I have this one also. This one I actually need to put in my other little travel bag thing. That's a little needle book that Terry made. Terry made for us.
Yes. And then I have another little needle case. It's a little metal box. So I have some little felt, and I can put needles in there too, or pins.
And then I have a corner gauge.
Yes, I have a corner gauge also.
So we each have a corner gauge for starting projects. I keep a tape measure in mine.
I don't have a tape measure in mine. I have it in my other box at home.
I keep my lotion.
I don't keep lotion.
Utterly smooth.
I know. I need to get some more of that.
Oh, I love this.
I don't keep that in my box.
Because it's not greasy.
Right. I don't keep that in my box, but I have it right by my chair at my house. But I do keep a little lip balm in my box here.
My lip balm is in my little tool box from Lowe's.
Oh.
My little pink tool box.
And
And
of
then,
course, I have my needle threader.
yes,
We love these
have my
flower
needle
needle
threader.
threaders. They work
Yes,
really well.
flower needle threader, that's my favorite. I also have a little emery board nail file.
Oh, I don't have one of those. I should put one of those
See?
in here. Yes. I have one that size, I think.
And I have this little ruler, although it doesn't really work that good, but it's pretty. It was from my big toe. But I mean, it's not an accurate,
Oh,
I guess,
yeah,
is
you
it
couldn't
maybe
really
centimeters? I don't know.
You couldn't
I
really
don't,
actually
I don't
use
know. Anyway, it's pretty, so I have it in here.
it. And then I have lots of little marking pins.
Yes, I have marking pins
We got this, again, this is another one we got from a viewer.
from, yes, one of our viewers.
Not this needle, but these other ones that are pretty.
And then I have a couple of
That's it.
little clamps
I have some little stickers
to
in
hold
here.
my fabric. These are actually for thread to put around a spool of thread.
Yeah, but they work on your-
really good to hold your fabric. And I have one of these as well. So if I am working, like when I work on Hawaii Garden, I have to have all of them because there's so much fabric. And then I have marking pins. I do have a couple of little cases with extra needles. And I have a couple of binder clips. Sometimes I have to use these also to hold extra fabric out of the way.
Those were?
Yes, I clip it to the edge and it holds it. It holds it up. So,
Yes, so we have lots of little tools and
gadgets
that we keep in our box and have when we need it. Oh, and and I forgot this.
Oh yes.
I also have this little wand.
In case we lose
For
our needle
needles.
or our scissors down the couch.
So this works really well. This
Yes.
we got from one of our friends at the spring retreat.
Yeah,
She brought this as a gift for
a
her
little
table
spring
mates.
getaway. It was a table mate gift,
Yes.
which was perfect.
It was wonderful.
Perfect little gift.
Okay.
All right, so that is gadgets and
Yes.
in our stitchy box.
Yes. So, okay, now we're going to talk about Stitch Mania.
Okay.
So our Stitch Mania, we structure, it kind of coincides with our March Madness. Because whatever projects got booted out right away in the first round during March Madness, then those become our Stitch Mania projects.
So we stitch on one project every day, and we try to get at least 100 stitches added to it. So yesterday was the 1st of May,
Yes.
and so my first project was Honeybee Garden by Stitching with the Housewives. And I added this little bee right here for 119 stitches.
Oh my gosh, it looks so small, right?
But it was 119 stitches.
That's so
I'm
pretty,
stitching
though.
this on 28 count Morning Fog by Bee Stitch Me using the called for classic colors. So this is going to get finished this summer. It's actually on my stitch to finish wheel, but
Don't know your project's done.
in June, well, there was
Okay,
only one.
my project from yesterday was Pumpkin Patch Farm. This is from the Victoria Sampler. This came as a kit, so I'm not sure what fabric I'm using. Can you look and see if you can see what fabric it is? And so this is my progress. I'm working down here.
Clay Cashel Linen.
Okay.
28
I'm working
count.
down here. This is the tractor ride. Can you show the picture again? This is the tractor ride
Right here, this
block.
row.
Yeah, that row, that area. So that's what I got done. Just the two little
Corn
corn
stalks.
stalks. So
Cute. I love
Yes.
that project.
I
It's
do
so pretty.
too. It's really
I know
fun.
I have this one in my stash. Now, coming up, we're going to, we're just going to share a couple that are coming up. So tomorrow, I'll be doing at least 100 stitches on Poison Garden. And I didn't get my project out.
Good. And today, I'm working on number 1 North Pole.
Today I'm doing my Spring Quaker.
Oh yeah, you already. I think you
Yes,
said
I
that.
sh-
Yeah, you
yeah,
mentioned
okay,
that.
good.
So this is the one I'm going to be working on today. This was a camp project from 2023.
A FaithWorks design.
Yes, a FaithWorks design. And this is what I have done. So I'm going to be continuing to work in this little window. That's the Little Al's workshop.
They're making
So-
dolls, I think, in that, in this one.
In this block, yeah. So I'm going to be continuing to work in that block and put in at least 100 stitches. So
So cute. This is stitched on
28
32 count lamb's
wool.
wool. And it's an even weave.
And it's using the anchor
floss. And then another one later on this week, I'm going to be working on a Mother's Heart. Actually, I'm going to do it next weekend for Mother's Day. I'm going to be working on this one and a couple of others for Mother's Day projects. So this is my progress. This is a shepherd's bush design. It came as a kit. So I got all the silk floss and the fabric, and then there's beads that go on it.
That's really pretty.
Very pretty. It's on 32 count antique white linen.
And then another one I'm going to be working on later this week is Edie's Garden.
I'm going to be working on this one as well. And I'm going to do this one on Sunday, on Mother's Day.
So
This was an older Plum Street design.
we got it when we went to the attic in February, beginning of February. And so this is what I have done.
It's being stitched on 40 count
Suede
by Needle Bling
Yes.
using the called for colors.
Yes, which were anchor. Did you get anchor?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, DMC? I don't remember.
Not sure.
Okay.
Oh,
We are
okay.
not planning to do like Mira May, or we're just gonna do our Stitch Mania.
Yes.
Because we started the peacock, a unicorn, a badger, we want to be able to work on
Right.
that. And if we have a whole bunch of things, then we aren't going to get any progress on that. So
Yeah.
that is really going to be a focus.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, we have to do Stitch Mania. We're still going to do our little daily stitch
Right.
things. So, I mean, we'll have plenty to stitch. It's
Yes.
just that we aren't going to have April. I had a whole bunch of new starts.
Yeah.
Marlene had quite a few new starts. We're not going to be doing that in May.
No.
So our Mania, Stitch Mania is going to be just working on
Whips.
on
Mostly.
whips.
A couple new starts.
I
here
am
and there.
going to be starting daisies because this is the May project
Is that Mickey?
for stitching with the housewives. I don't think so.
Okay.
So once I finish rabbits, then daisies will get started. I need to double check my colors.
Okay, and I'm going to be working on,
So
this is what's coming up. Is that what's coming up? Oh yeah, word swap daisies. Okay.
okay, but before we do any
yeah,
more
we
of
forgot
that,
Hall.
let's
Skip
do
down.
let's do haul. So let me show you this.
Do you want to go check to make sure it's not little Mickey wanting to come up?
Normally he scratches and you can hear him
Okay.
scrape. Just a minute. Well, I'll double check. All right, I checked on Mickey. He's still in the yard bird watching, so everything is good. Okay, we did get for haul.
Yes.
We did get shirts from Primrose Cottage.
Yes.
So the stitcher's gonna stitch shirts. So we love those.
Yes.
I mentioned earlier that
Yes.
Rosewood Manor is coming out with a new. Oh, he's home early.
Oh, wow.
My husband's walking in the door. Hi, sweetie. You're early. Where was I? We mentioned
okay.
earlier that Rosewood Manor is coming out with a new design, and it's going to be for the celebration of 250 years of being a country, and this is it, and it's called Celebrate.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Isn't that beautiful?
And when is the 250th?
Next
birthday?
year,
Next year.
2026.
Oh yeah, 2026. Yeah.
And so it is going to be available in June. So I already asked Nancy to order it for both of
good.
us.
Okay, that looks like fun.
Isn't that beautiful? With the fireworks, and I don't know about that dark fabric.
No,
We'll
I think
have
it
to
would
see.
look prettier on something else.
So,
But I guess then the fireworks wouldn't show up.
well, yeah, but you wouldn't. It doesn't have to be that quite that dark.
No.
We can choose something. Okay,
Yes.
then I did get my Fine Floss Easter Charm.
Oh, that's pretty.
Aren't those pretty pastel colors?
Yeah, it's very pretty.
That's from Fat Quarter Shop. I got my 32 count even weave fabric
Oh, wow.
called Oz.
That's really pretty too.
That's the fabric of the month from
Very
Atomic
pretty.
Ranch. It's a very pretty green, isn't it?
Pretty pastel green color.
Yeah, it's
very
really pretty. And then last time, remember, we were saying this hadn't come, so the punch needle primitive Stitcher magazine came, and some really gorgeous designs. This one is really cute.
Oh yeah, that's cute. That one's
Very, very cute. They had a lot of really cute punch needle designs. And then, just a minute, I had one chart that I wanted, one other chart that I wanted, this one. Cherry Hill Stitchery. I thought this was darling for Easter spring.
Oh yeah. The tulips.
Tulips and the little chicks.
Oh, yeah.
And the basket. Isn't that cute?
That's very
So that
cute.
was in this edition. So
Yes. And I
Yeah.
got, well, I thought I had ordered some floss that I need for Poison Garden, but when I got my order for 123 Stitch, I didn't have
And which floss was it that
the
you
Grasshopper Weeks Dye Works.
needed? Oh, okay.
And so I don't know if maybe it was out of stock, so they took it out of my cart or what. But anyway, I only got the chart, so I'm gonna have to go back in and reorder the floss. But I had originally ordered this chart to come with the floss because, of course, the floss can't travel by itself. So this was something that I saw when Brenda and Laura did their little tour of the Hobby House Needleworks, and they pointed this one out.
It was a model, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a model, and it was so beautiful. So I hopped on 123 Stitch and ordered it. So it's from the Scarlet House, and it's Mary Ann Farmer, 1834.
It's beautiful.
So
Gorgeous,
and
gorgeous,
it calls
gorgeous.
for the NPI silks. So I thought it would be kind of fun to go through and see which ones
Because
we
it's
have.
not that many, so we might have some, and then
Yeah.
you could order a few others.
So anyway,
That'd be fun.
yeah. So
We haven't
yeah.
stitched any samplers with the NPI silks.
No,
I mean, we've
so-
stitched with NPI,
Yeah.
but not at any reproduction
No.
samplers.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
Okay.
that is our haul.
All right. Yeah, we didn't have very
So,
much,
no.
just a little.
Okay. So
All right.
now
So then
we're gonna
what's
do
coming
what's
up?
coming up.
So we already showed my word swap daisies that I'm going to be working on. I have only one new start that I'm planning to do kind of towards the middle of the month, and that's Ladybug Picnic. I just thought I was going to need a little something.
Yes.
So Ladybug Picnic. I don't have the called for floss.
Called for
fabric, but I had it calls for a 32 count pomegranate. And I do have this. It's a 28 count by Grace Notes Fabric.
I think that would look okay.
So
with
that
the
might be
red.
okay. I think these colors are dark enough that all of that would show up.
And
Even the
I
white
think
should
the
show up
white would
good.
Show up,
And then I also have this one that's 36 count. But I think that might be a little too purpley.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know that the red would show up very good on
No.
it. It might get kind of lost.
I think this color is
Yeah.
a better option. It
Yeah.
would be a little bit bigger,
Uh-huh.
unless I just see if I can order the pomegranate. But I bet that it's out of stock in a lot of places. I'll try.
Yeah.
But I think that this one would be a good option.
Yeah, I do too, if you can't get the pomegranate. Okay, and then some of mine I'm doing for Mirror Mondays. I'm going to continue, I'm going to go back to work on geranium
I'm going to work on
from Nora
wisteria.
Corbett. This is one of her blossom pixies. So I worked on this one earlier this year, I think in February or something. And so this is what I have done on her. So I'm going to be continuing to work on her little dress.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she's so cute. So, anyway. So that's for Mirror Monday. Okay, and then I'm also going to work on my April Palavan. I really want to get this one done. I've been trying to work on it, but I haven't gotten to yet. Maybe today. So this is what I have done.
Isn't that beautiful?
So I want to work on this and try to get this one done
So you're going to work on this
on Fridays.
on Fridays. Okay.
Yes. On my free stitching day. Hopefully.
And then on Sunday, our Sunday samplers are going. I'm going to be doing Doña Dorothea by Scarlet Letter, and
You have a lot done.
this is my progress. I know, so I'm hoping I can get.
I'm right here.
I'm
on this.
hoping I can get kind of close to a finish, but I know there's a lot of stitching at the bottom.
Yeah, but it's satin stitch.
Some of it is
Some of it I think is satin stitch.
so because I have this part right
Yeah.
in here to do. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm stitching it on 32 count beige, using one strand of floss, and I am using the anchor colors.
No, DMC.
DMC
We
colors.
switched it to DMC.
It is DMC
Yeah,
colors.
We did it with the charted, the color for DMC.
So there's
Okay.
that's
And
my
my Sunday
sampler.
sampler. Oh, we forgot to do our show.
Oh, we'll do
planners.
that
We'll
now.
do that at the end. My Sunday sampler is going to be Sarah Milthorpe. This is another Hands Across the Sea design.
Beautiful, beautiful,
And
beautiful.
I'm stitching on 40 count cream brulee by
Tabby Cat.
Tabby Cat linens. And I'm using the called for 100.3s.
So pretty.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to work on this one again. I love stitching with the 100.3s. They're so fun
Yes,
to stitch with.
they're really fun.
And they look so pretty.
Yeah, I think the colors are so vibrant.
Yeah. And I
Really
like the way
beautiful.
they
They
floss,
lay.
yes, the floss lays, and it just looks almost like painted on your fabric. It looks so pretty.
Okay, then we have just a couple of things. We are going to do a giveaway.
Do we want to
So-
do our
Yeah, we'll
planners
do
first?
that. No, let's do the
No?
giveaway
Okay.
first.
Okay.
And then we'll showcase our planners.
Okay.
So, for this week, or for this video this
Yes,
week,
this
we're
class.
going to do a $10 gift card to Fat Quarter Shop. So if you would like to be entered to win that, leave us a comment and use the word shop.
Yes.
Or leave the word shop. And then, as kind of a celebration for our Flossiversary, we're going to give away 2 tote bags. I had a friend make these. They say, I'd rather be cross-stitching. So they're very cute. They're not big bags. They're just nice if you're going to stitch in or you need to take a project in the car somewhere. They're very nice little canvas, well-made canvas tote bags with a little strap to carry it. And they say, I'd rather be stitching, so
I'd rather be cross-stitching.
I'd rather be cross-stitching.
They're really
So
cute.
if you would like to be entered to win a tote bag, then leave the word tote bag in your comment.
And we're giving 2 of those.
And we're
away.
going to give 2 away.
There's one with purple handles.
But you will just get one.
Yeah, you'll just get one.
Yeah, they
that's
came
right.
with multicolored
Yes,
handles.
yes. That's right. Okay. Okay. Okay, then we're going to do our
planners.
planner showcase.
So this was my planner for the last week of April. So I had lots of stitching.
Yeah, I did too.
Yes, you did.
I did lots of stitching too.
I had a couple days when I didn't get as much done.
And I can tell that it's spring because my tutoring, I've had lots of cancellations.
Uh-huh.
So
It's getting to be the end of the year with lots of activities
Yeah,
and stuff going on.
anyway, so there's mine. And I have to catch up on this.
And then I do have my May spread kind of all planned out. So what's written in each box is what my project is for Stitch Mania. And since I originally started with 32 projects, but Christmas Treasures was one that had gotten booted out in the tournament. And I already stitched it and finished it. So I just highlighted it.
It was one on your
And
wheel.
yes, it was on my wheel, stitched to finish, and I've already spun it and finished it. So now today, it's just the spring Quaker that I have to stitch for Stitch Mania. And then I did pencil in my Ladybug Picnic start. I won't put that in color until I actually start it.
Yes. And this is mine. Mine isn't written in pen yet. I just have it in pencil. So as I stitch on it, I'll put it in pen. And then I'm also noting how many stitches I did on it. So yesterday
Yes.
at Pumpkin Patch Farm, I did 108 stitches.
I'm doing the same thing. I did 119 yesterday on Honeybee Garden.
Just a little bee.
On the little bee.
Yes.
Yeah, the little tiny bee had 119 stitches. Unbelievable. No wonder I think it's taking
Yeah.
forever because that bee compared to like the flowers
Yeah.
and the letters. So yeah, it's a lot of stitches.
Yeah, it
It's fun though and it's beautiful.
It is.
I
It
want to
is.
go get the wood piece
Oh,
at
yeah.
Hobby Lobby so that I have it for fully finishing it when I
Yes.
get it done.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think we have anything else.
No.
Like I said, Marlene and I, a week from today, we will be driving in the car with little Honey.
Yes.
Honey's going along.
Yes.
And so we'll be going to, on our way to Missouri. And we're going to be taking a whole bunch of cross-stitching with us.
Yes.
And I'm going to be taking some quilting with me. And
I'm
so
going to be taking my tutoring
yes,
materials
you
because I am
decided
going to
you
try
wanted
to
do
do tutoring
That's true.
when we're at the lake house. I'm not going to do it the week that we're in Joplin.
No.
with Linda, but
Once you get to the lake.
Once I get to the lake, I'm gonna
that'll
try.
be good.
So yes.
Anyway,
So-
we hope that you have plans for a very nice, relaxing weekend, that you have lots of time to cross stitch. We do so much appreciate that you spend time with us each time we put up a video. We love hearing from you, so please leave us a comment. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And all of you have just a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Remember that a day without laughter is like a day without sunshine.
So wherever you are, bring your own sunshine
And keep on stitching. We'll see you in 2 weeks.